one of the risks is sudden wealth syndrome. Tell her that.
That is actually a great point. He said one of the risks is sudden wealth syndrome. So you want to go into that a little bit? Would you mind?
Oh gosh, it's just psychology of all of a sudden gaining all that wealth and you kind of becoming a different class, and it may be isolating, and people come after you for money, it changes your family relationships, it changes your friends' relationships, and it's just something that you will deal with, and it will be a significant effect on your life psychologically. That is a risk that you will have.
Yeah. Sudden wealth syndrome is basically being able to mentally handle all the wealth that's coming into you. Because like the guy said, it can have some effects on it, because you've never had that much money in your life before, and all of a sudden you got all this wealth overnight, so to speak. So it's just basically being able to deal with the mentalness of it.
You got to get ready to be rich, man. We're going to be blessed, and you can't all of a sudden. That's the reason why so many of these people that win the lotto, they're broke in a year or two, because they, of course, it just came upon them. But we're not in the same boat. We know that we're going to be blessed. We got to get ready.
Another aspect is delaying your quality of life for as long as you can hold out. You don't want to jump into a big old mansion in a Lambo and then all of a sudden something happens in your financial system, because it's way more psychologically difficult to step back down. So as you can delay your quality of life for as long as possible, typically you'll wind up better.
Sudden wealth syndrome and the negative side effects that it can cause. And I was thinking the other day, because I do spend a lot of time in these Telegram chats, that one day, and I really do believe this, that all of the people I'm talking to that end up staying there will probably be wealthy. Mm-hmm. It's a very weird feeling when it hits you like that. All of the gains have already gone up. People, a lot of them are all in on Pulsechain for the sacrafice, so they're not necessarily wrong right now. It will be quite the scene when crabs or possibly even shrimp become millionaires, and all of a sudden this crypto chat ends up being this next sandhill road of people with astronomical wealth. I live in a very high income area right now. I worked in big companies. I've worked next to big CEOs, billionaires, people with a lot of money. And surprisingly, they can be their own worst enemy. If you have a lot of money, which equates to power in many ways, and you don't have a project, you need a project. You can destroy yourself. You need to now, everyone in the chat now needs to be careful, and they need to understand the reality that, you're probably going to be wealthy. I believe so. You can destroy yourself very easily if you have money. If it's hedonism, if you've been uncomfortable all your life, I finally don't want to work. I finally want to, it begins with taking vacations and then, vices, hookers, whatever, all of a sudden you will give yourself addiction problems. If it's for making yourself comfortable, you could be victim to addiction, like the CEOs are. I'm not going to name any names, but I've known some very rich gentlemen who were hell-bent on revenge. Mom and dad thought I wasn't good enough, or, my ex, this, that, and the other thing, and they'll finally see that I'm worth, that they were wrong about me. And you can break your spirit. You can kill your spirit by spending your time and power. If you find that you're doing this, because it can be quite a driving force, you can make yourself wealthy due to anger and revenge. Watch out. You guys are going to be wealthy. Get ready for it. It's happening. It's going to happen.